What numbers did we do?
2 through 30.
2 through 30 evens. Here we go. Number 2 is y equals 2x.
Plus 0. Oh my gosh.
You could put the plus 0 if you want to. Number 4 is y equals negative 2x minus 2. Number 6 is y equals 2x plus 11. Number 8 is y equals negative 3x. Number 10 is y equals 2x minus 5. Number 12 is y equals x minus 1. Number 14 is y equals negative 2x plus 9. 16 is y equals negative x plus 7. Excuse me. 18 is y equals negative 2x minus 7. 20 is y equals negative 6x minus 9. 22a is d equals 15t plus 5. 22b is 155 feet. 24a is c equals 30 plus 6y, or you could write 6y plus 30. Either one of these is fine. And 24b is $7.56. 26 is y equals 1/3 x minus 3. 28 is somewhere, there it is. Y equals 2/3 x minus 4 1/3. And 30 is y equals negative 3/5 x minus 4 2/5.
Can you say 30 again?
30 again. The answer, no, just kidding. Y equals negative 3/5 x minus 4 2/5. Number 4? Sure. Number 4. We're supposed to write the equation of the line that passes through the given point and has the given slope. Okay. Given point is 2, 4. No, that's number 2. The given point is negative 4, 6. And the slope is negative 2. So, what do?
We replace the slope of the b with -2.
Not the b. The m is the slope. That's entirely plausible. So it's y equals mx plus b, right? And you're putting a negative 2 right here. I like that plan. What else are we going to do? Negative 4 for x. And the 6 for y. Okay. Now what? Negative 2 times negative 4 is what? Positive 8, yes. Now what? Minus 8. So we end up with b equals what? Negative 2. Now what?
We put in the formula.
So what's it going to be?
Y equals negative 2x
Minus 2.
What? I did that though. But I got 14.
Somehow.
Wait. What page was this on again?
229.
Okay. And 6 equals 2. No, I did.
You just wrote something weird somehow on accident.
I don't know. I did 6 for yes. Negative 1 plus
What other questions do we have?
22.
22.
8 plus 6 is 14. Wait. What?
No, they weren't the same sign. It was positive 8, so you subtract it off. So 6 minus 8 is what this, yeah. So it was a sign mistake. It's okay. Well, we're going to do 22 first, but then probably so. 22, Greg is driving. Okay. A remote control car at a constant speed. He starts the timer when the car is 5 feet away. After 2 seconds, the car is 35 feet away. Okay. We got a car. Vroom, vroom. Right. And it's driving. The first bits. It starts away from Greg, who's consternated with his cabbage head. Or is it a turnip? It's 5 feet away from the car, right? Feet, right? Is that right?
Yeah.
This is 5 feet. And then, after a time of some amount of seconds, 2 seconds,
Must be a very fast car.
he's 35. So the distance between here is, or is 35, is it 35 feet away or is it 35? Yeah, 35 feet away. Okay. So the y-intercept part is where the situation starts, right? So where does it start? At 5 feet, right? So the equation is going to be something plus 5. Something times the time is the distance. So we need to figure out what this something is. So in your science class, you should have learned at some point in the last few years, and if you haven't, now you're learning now, that to find that distance, rate, and time are related like this. Distance equals rate times time. And we need to know the rate, right? So we got to divide the distance by the time to get the rate, right? We divide both sides by the time. Yes? Is this making sense? Easy peasy, lemon squeezy?
So in every work problem, it would be D equals RT.
In everything in life, D equals RT. Distance equals rate times time. If you think about it when you're driving, to figure out how far I'm going to go, I take my miles per hour, my rate, and I multiply that times the time, and I get how far I went, right? Yeah. So this is a formula that we're very, very aware of, right? So we got to figure out what the rate is. So what do we do to figure that out? What are we going to divide? What did you punch? Because I'm curious.
Oh, at my house, I was trying to figure out how many miles per hour it would take for 2 seconds.
Okay. So did you punch them in your calculator just now, or what did you punch? No, you did it backwards, right? Because 35 is the distance. But is 35 the distance that he traveled in 2 seconds?
No.
He didn't travel 35
Joe.
feet in 2 seconds. How far did he travel in the 2 seconds? 30 feet. So to find that rate, it'd be 30 divided by 2, which you don't need a calculator to do. What's 30 divided by 2? That's easy money. 15. So the answer to 22A is distance equals 15 times the amount of time plus his starting place.
Somehow I got y equals 2x plus.
I have no idea. I don't really care about the mistake part. I care about whether you understand this part. Yes? I feel like I have this conversation every Tuesday and Thursday, but it's okay. We'll keep having it. It'll be fine. Now, what were you going to ask?
How fast will car do that?
How fast would what?
The car need to go
To do what?
to get from 5 feet away to 35 feet away.
15 feet per second.
100 miles per hour.
Convert 15 feet per second to miles per hour, and then you got that. You know how to do unit conversions. I didn't say do it in your head. 15 feet per second. We want to cancel it, so what do we need? We need a times fraction bar, right? We're trying to go to miles, so we got to get rid of the feet, so is feet going to go on the top or the bottom? Bottom. Miles on the top, because we know how many feet are in a mile, don't we?
It's 360.
No, that's not true. How many feet are in a mile? Somebody's got to. 5,280. We also want the seconds to go away, and we want to turn that into hours. How many seconds are in an hour? There's 60 seconds in a minute and 60 minutes in an hour. So how many seconds in a 3,600. Both accurate. 3,600, 5,280. So in your calculator, if you want to do that, you can do 15 times 3,600 divided by 5,280, enter, and you'll have miles per hour.
Um, 10.227 feet.
Yeah.
So about 10 miles an hour, right? So that has nothing to do with this. It's an RC car, so you know you don't expect it to keep up with a big car, right? Okay. Especially Greg. I mean, he's like a turnip or something. How is he going to have a fast car? What about part B? Estimate the distance the car has traveled after 10 seconds. So what do we do to find that?
Times it by itself.
That's silly.
I was going to say something that I figured that was wrong, so I just kept talking.
I see. We know
Answer.
what?
It's
T is 10.
T is 10.
15 times 10.
That's true. So put your calculator down. You don't need a calculator for that. What's 15 times 10? 150 plus 5? 155 feet.
I got 175, so.
I don't care. Okay. Huh? Nothing? Okay. What other questions? You said 6?
Yeah.
Let's do 6.
Why is 1,000 plus 13?
Number 6. Supposed to write equation of the line that passes through -7, -3, and -3, 5. So, what do we need to do?
We got to get
First, you find the slope.
First, we line the slope.
The snow.
Is that slope?
Snow. I heard snow when you said.
No, I said
Said
slope.
the snow.
It's a very dramatic slope.
What are we going to put right here?
Negative 5.
5, x, y, yeah? What are we going to put here?
Negative 3.
3,
Here?
Negative
5,
Negative 3.
That's what you meant.
Negative 6.
7.
Now what? Ka-ching, ka-ching. Sounds great.
Ka-ching, 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 ka-ching.
Very solid.
What's 5 plus 3?
18.
What'd you say?
5 plus 3, 8.
Oh, I thought you said 18. I was really confused. And -3 plus 7? 4. Does it reduce?
1/2.
No.
Right? No.
2. That's what you meant.
Flipped it in my brain. No.
You
I-
did.
it's Okay.
You did. You are, and you did. Now what?
y equals 2x plus b, and then you put in either side.
Let's do -3, 5.
I think that's what I
Okay,
did.
sounds fine. Now what?
Six?
-6. Okay, you figured it out what it is?
Yeah.
Good. Now what?
We add 6 to 5.
So our final equation is y equals 2x plus 11.
Same thing.
216.
Sure.
Did I get 69? I got.
What? Is he learning? Wow. It's just almost Thanksgiving. It's fine. It's good. Progress is progress, right? Yes, sir. Yes.
It only took 2 tries today.
Okay. What?
3 and -2 and 4 and 9.
Now what? Okay.
If someone was watching this for the first time, they're like,
So 5 over -5, which equals what? -1. Is that where you made a mistake?
No, I did
Oh.
3 times 2.
Ah. That makes sense. Threes and I don't know what it is about 3 and 2, but
Especially for me.
it's it's very, for whatever reason, 3 and 2, the add multiply flip in the head is very common for like a lot of people. Like I don't know what it is about those particular numbers, but that's funny.
I did this alright. I still got something wrong. So.
Did you figure it out?
Yeah.
Whatever you had done.
I'm still confused.
Where are you confused, buddy?
I did y, I got y equals -1x plus 7.
That's the answer.
That's the same thing.
That's
There's
literally
not
the
a
answer.
one.
If it's a 1, you don't have to write the 1.
Probably should have known that now, but
You did know it. You just
didn't get it.
were afraid that something had broken.
10,
What other questions do we have on this lesson? 24.
24 was annoying.
Was it?
Yeah.
it really was.
Books. In 1904, a dictionary cost 30 cents. Since then, the cost of a dictionary has risen an average of 6 cents per year. Write a linear equation to find the cost C of a dictionary y years after 1904. What's the slope and what's the y-intercept? The slope is 6. And how do we know that the slope is 6? Because it says it did that per year. So that's what we're adding each time. So So oftentimes it gives you the slope, it's going to be the one that's per something, right? Right? That's usually the slope. So the slope is 6. This is 24. Are we given the y-intercept?
Yes.
We are. What is it?
30.
30. Remember that the y-intercept, conceptually, when you're thinking about it in a word problem, the y-intercept is the start, right? That's the beginning. That's however much somebody started with, right? Like on that racy problem is how much distance we started with. On this is how much money we started with. And then we're adding this every time. So the equation would be cost equals 6 cents times the number of years plus the initial 30 cents, right? So that's part A. Easy money.
What's the T for?
Time. Because per year, right? You could use Y if it would sometimes maybe be confusing to make the X variable Y instead. So that can be a little bit confusing. We often use, when we're talking about time in years or whatever, T is pretty common. So then for part B, it says, if the trend continues, what will the cost of a dictionary be in 2025? What are we going to do?
Replace
Subtract
the time.
2025 minus 1904.
There you go. You got to find out how many years. So 2025 minus 1904, which is how long?
121.
121 years. True enough. Now what?
Plug it into the T.
Plug it into this T. Okay, so we end up with what?
750.
Huh? 726 plus 30, right? So 756. 756 what? Cents. We don't write 756 cents. We need that to be different. Yeah, so $7.56. Yeah.
This,
It doesn't cost.
Both of them.
this is the thing that, this is might be stupid, but it could have, instead of adding 6 cents, it could have just added $1 instead. Just
Well,
randomly
so
a year.
So this problem, assuming it's based on real numbers, assuming they didn't just like pull numbers out of their head and just like randomly stick up there, it wasn't somebody like saying, okay, we're going to make dictionaries cost 6 cents more per year. Let's have the dictionary council. They just looked at the numbers and it happened that way. I bet dictionaries cost about $7. I bet that's right. Let's look up on Amazon right now. I'm doing it.
I did 1904 minus 2024.
How
And I
expensive
got
are
100.
dictionaries?
And I got 120. And I multiplied that by 6.
Siri's unreliable.
And got it 720. And then divided that by 2 and got 7.2.
Dictionary.
Added 30 and got 37.4. That's probably more of a reliable.
$7.59. Merriam-Webster dictionary.
59.
Wow.
But that's for.
Yeah, this is an average, bro. I can find some that are more, some that are less. But the first result, which is funny, is $7.59, which is hilarious.
6 cents.
So it seems like the trend pretty much continued, right? It seemed like it pretty much was continuing. So probably this problem is based on real numbers. They probably didn't just pull stuff out of their hat. No, you're misunderstanding like statistics and numbers. It's based on data. The actual number, like if you were to graph it, dictionary cost per year, it would look like, you did data sets, it would look like this. And so the line here is 756. or actually it's 6, actually, right? Yeah, so it's not gonna be exact. But the fact that it's that close is rather striking. Okay.
Let me take 2 1
Okay.
is 1 cent.
If you say so. Any other questions on this lesson?
How do you do algebra?
Go back and watch the video.
What was the answer for 28?
28 was y equals 2/3 x minus 4 1/3.
Actually, that's incorrect.
No, it's not. That's lies. What other questions do we have? We're going to do a quiz? Let's do a quiz.
I know, so some of them I got wrong, it's just because I didn't change it to a mixed number. I just kept it as an improper fraction.
Does that even matter?
So, you may. So generally we want to write our y-intercept as a mixed number instead because it's hard for our brain to like understand where on a number line 23/5 is. But we can understand 4 4/5, right? 23/5 is kind of like, you have to sit there and think about it. But 4 1/5, it's a little more than 4, right? You can just be like, yeah, it's right there, right? So we want improper for slope and we want mixed number for y-intercept, generally. What?
I'm gonna get 0's here, B here.
No, is that, oh yeah, over there. Yeah.
Somewhere over there.
Somewhere. Okay, let's do a quiz.
I wasn't sure because some things that you're like, it should be a.
So the only thing we've done, including this, that I definitely would count a point off is if you do slope, not as an improper or just like regular slope. Because we won't rise over run. And eventually in other classes, I don't even care about that because we end up doing more physicsy type problems than some weird ugly decimal. So, but that's later. But for now, we want slope as rise over run, not right? Quiz. 4-2.
Dash number.
Page 229.
229.
Numbers.
1, 5, and 9.
3 and
Can we do a little longer quiz because I'm not the biggest on a short quiz.
Oh, look.
I honestly don't care what your feelings are. Thanks for sharing though. And
I don't care what you're right, I don't have to do it.
you don't have to, although you might regret your life choices if you don't.
Makes sense.
And because it's 1:39.
You got one right.